Hello folks and welcome to the Money Mental UK YouTube channel. I'm your host Andrew, a part-time eBay and Depop reseller and a mental health advocate. And today I am going to talk to you about my 2023 New Year, New Me, all that kind of stuff plans. Mostly which doesn't involve having a new me, because there's nothing wrong with the old me. Don't listen to anyone who says that there is something wrong with you. You need a new you, because you don't. Work on the you you've got. Anyway, 2023. This is quite a pivotal year for me because this is the year that I'm going to finally be debt free if all goes to plan. I've got a few more payments to make on my debts and they should be gone by August, which is really exciting. It's actually going to free up a heck of a lot of capital for me as well. And it's took me a few years to get to this stage, but it's been a good few years. Learned new skills, made new friends, developed, built a business. So, actually been quite a positive experience being in debt, which is really weird to say. But yeah, looking at it, coming out of it, it's taught me a lot. So obviously, first goal this year, being completely debt free. There is about £5,000 to go. So yeah, pretty achievable. Personal goals. I'd just like to be a bit more social, a bit more outgoing. I've been to one reseller event already this year. Going to the movie chats meetup on March the 25th in Chester. And I'll probably host something of my own around the time of my birthday, at which point I'll be 21 plus 18. Do the maths on that one. Yeah, it's like if I out with a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old, their collective age would be just above mine now, but not for much longer. Anyway, yeah, so probably look to do something in the Wrexham area in the summertime for those that want to come. So yeah, be more sociable. I'm going to try and do more YouTube content, but that is always restricted by my ability to do stuff working around my full-time job. The big thing for me is what I call expanding to downsize. So I've got quite a lot of backlog of stock, even though comparatively last year compared to previous years I did very little sourcing. I also didn't sell as much last year because I was fully focused on work for most of the year. So that means I've got quite a backlog of stuff to work through. I'll probably show you some of that in a future video. But yeah, got a lot of stock that needs to be done, shifted, and moved on. Best way to do that is to list more of it. The more you list, the more you sell. I want to gradually build and expand the store. I started on this journey. This is exactly what I was doing last year, a year ago, nearly today. I was expanding my store. I was going to move towards sort of 2,000 active listings as a target. I don't actually believe in listings as a target. I believe in sales as a target. I've talked about this before. But, I was just going to push myself to list more. I was doing really well with that. And then the war in Ukraine hit and I got diverted onto that from work. And I had no free time for several months at all. So the listings just went like that. But I've still got over 1,000 listings at the minute. And yeah, I want to list more. That does give a problem. I now I've got an unlisted stock. Unlisted stock takes up less room than listed stock does. This is just a fact. Listed stock, you've got to have it easily accessible. You don't really want to bury it at the bottom of boxes, etc. You want to be able to get to it within a few seconds. So you want to have it stored somewhere where you can get to it easily, where you're not having to spend ages searching for it, where you know where it is, so it's categorized correctly, all the rest of it. That does mean that you have to leave more space for it so you can get to it. You could put it in a box, same as my unlisted stock, and you can guarantee that every time you go in that box, it's the stuff at the bottom that's sold. And you can stack boxes up and there's a bottom box that's sold. I just find, for me personally, that doesn't work. I need easy access to stock. Time is precious. I want to be able to go into a unit, I want to grab something. I don't want to spend more than a couple of minutes picking orders, 10, 12 orders, whatever it is, for the day, get those out, be gone from the unit in a couple of minutes. Not spending half an hour just searching for one of them. So for me, listed stock does take up more room than unlisted stock. So my capacity for listed stock in a minute is around 1,200 items. I haven't really got the space unless I free the unlisted stock up. But then, you know, as I say, I list that, it takes up more room, it doesn't really work. So I have expanded my storage. I have just agreed a deal on a new place that's right next to my current unit. It's about 400 square foot. It is twice the size of the shipping container I've got that's full at the minute. More than twice the size. I'm going to empty the contents of the shipping container into it, and that still gives me space to put stuff in from my main unit where I keep my listed stock, which also has unlisted stuff in it. I take all that out of there, put it into the other place. I've suddenly got acres of space to have stuff. I can take all the stuff that's in the house out and have more room to list stuff in the house, which is where I do my listing now. I could do it at the unit, but I'd rather do it at home. In and around other commitments that I've got here, I find I'm more productive that way. So, and you know, I can also watch TV, YouTube, all that kind of stuff that I can't necessarily do at the unit because I don't get good enough internet there to do it. So yeah, expanding to downsize because I want to get rid of as much of my unlisted stock as possible, increase the amount of listed stock I've got, have more room for listed stock available. Eventually I want to get down to everything being in one unit, and then eventually I want to have saved up enough money to buy a bigger house as well. So I buy a house that's big enough to accommodate the business and me comfortably. That'd be my dream. But yeah, that's the 2023 goals. List more, sell more. That's pretty standard stuff. Go out more, and, you know, pay off your debts. I'm pretty optimistic by this time next year I'll be reviewing this and I'll have done pretty much all of that. Hopefully, unless another crisis erupts. Anyway, yeah, so that was my 2023 goals. Tune in on in 2024 to see how I got on. Thanks for watching, folks. You've been watching Money Mental UK. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share your goals in the comments below, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.